Okay, so new chapter, chapter 3, section 1, lines and angles. Guys, we've done a lot of this before. We've talked about some of these key vocab words. So what's the goal? What's the point of today? What should you be able to do after today's lesson? Because you should know how to classify angles, how to organize angles, how to group angles with these new vocab words we're going to go over today. Some of them are review. Some of them, it's easy to figure out what they are just by what they're named. So let's start with your vocab. We'll go parallel lines, guys, real quick. Sketch it. Oh, 49. In your workbooks, page 49. Sketch parallel lines real quick. Make sure you've got the arrows on there. Okay, this one, I didn't use a ruler. I didn't construct perfect parallel lines. I just eyeballed it, right? If you ever just eyeball it, we're in geometry, right? We need notations on there. You need to add these little symbols. So those symbols in red on the board mean parallel. You've got to have that symbol. Now, there's also a symbol literally for the word parallel, so if you don't feel like writing out parallel, the symbol for the word parallel is just two lines together. It's like two lowercase l's. That one's parallel. So if you're ever writing a sentence in geometry and you don't feel like writing the word parallel out, use those symbols. I know what they are. Okay, guys, this next part, don't put it in your notebooks, but I want to do an example. You see this all the time. I see this, and then I see this notation like this, and students get confused. Guys, does that notation mean parallel? What does that notation mean? They're equal to each other, right? So be careful, there's a difference. Between these arrows, these mean parallel, these mean congruent, okay? All right, skew lines. Skew lines is kind of hard. Oh, I know. Draw yourself a cube. Do you remember how to do a cube? So start with a square out front, square up and behind, top to top, top to top, bottom to bottom, bottom to bottom. You know what, why don't we label these? So on the bottom, I'm going to call it A, B, back here, C, D. You see that okay? Then on the top, let's call this corner E, F, G, H. Make sure you got the letters in the same spot as we name stuff. Okay, what you need to know about skew lines. This is a vocab word that gets forgotten by the time we take our chapter 3 test, so I'll keep trying to remind you. Because skew lines, there's two things about them. Two, they cannot be parallel. And they can never touch, never ever intersect. Not even in one point. So again, skew lines have two things. They can never be parallel, they can never intersect, even if it's just in one little point. They can't ever touch each other. So skew lines in this, there's lots of skew lines, but I'm going to say line AB, well, segment AB and HC are skew. Do you see why? I'm going to highlight it. So this right here, there's AB. Way back here, here's HC. Check. Are they parallel? No, they're not parallel. We don't want them to be parallel, so they're not parallel. Will they ever touch each other? No. No. So skew. Now there's one example in there. There's lots of examples, but that's what skew is. Okay, for parallel planes, why don't we just use the same example? So if I said plane, when naming planes, you literally write the word plane. Then you really only need 3 letters to name it. So if I said plane ABC, do you know which plane is parallel to ABC? I heard it. What is it? Yeah, GFE would totally work. Okay, check it. I'm going to start using that parallel symbol. Plane ABC is parallel to plane GFE. Again, a reminder, when naming planes, you only need 3 letters and then just write the word plane out in front. Okay, transversal. We can do a picture. There's a picture in the next part of the notes. Guys, a transversal is a line that cuts 2 other lines or more. A line that cuts through lines. Is that too broad for you? When we do the next part of the vocab, I'll show you a picture of that. Okay, transversal, it's a line that comes through other lines. Okay, this is the huge chunk of today's lesson. Can you copy this picture down? If you don't want to do it on your lines, you can do it to the side of your notebook. So this right here, if we're going to name these, you know, it's not going to hurt to name them. It's weird, but lines are always named with cursive letters. That would be line L. How do you do M in cursive? Doesn't it just look like M and N? We're good. So line L, M, and N. Guys, L would be the transversal because it's cutting through those other two lines. So line L is a transversal. Okay, what else we need on this picture? We need to name these angles. Make sure you name them the same as on the board. Let's call this one angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4, angle 5, angle 6, angle 7, angle 8. Let me see if I can use you. All right, corresponding, before I tell you, let me tell you about people in the class. Garrison, Lauren, Zach, Desi, Ali, Jason, they would be corresponding. Why? In the class, why are those 6 corresponding? What do you think, Tyler? They're all in the front. They're all literally in the same seat. Do you see that? That's how we remember corresponding, I think. They literally have to be in the exact same spot. So right here for our reminder, let's just put same spot. Okay, let me give you a first example. Let me give you the first example of corresponding angles. Corresponding angles would be angle 1 and angle 5. Why? Why angle 1? Why angle 5? Look at the board, guys. Check it. Do you agree angle 1 is top left? Well, technically this is like top left if you're just looking at these 4. Do you see that? Literally in the same spot. So they're corresponding. They're in the same seats. So another pair of corresponding angles would be, how about angle 2 and angle 6? Same spot. Angle 2 is top right. Angle 6, if it was just that part of the picture, it would be top right. Okay, can I get a hand in the air? Give me another pair. There's another pair of corresponding angles. Go ahead, Annie, thanks. Are you sure?
Yeah, angle 4 and angle 8.
Angle 4 and angle 8. Guys, clap once if you agree there. Yes, angle 4 and angle 8. Totally. There's another pair of corresponding angles. Okay, guys, shout out. What's our last pair? Good job. Write it down. Angle 3 and angle 7. Whew. Corresponding angles. Honestly, that's the one that probably gets the most confused when it comes to deciding what's what. Because the other ones, you can kind of tell from the words what they mean. For example, alternate exterior, stop. What does exterior mean? Outside, so they have to be on the outside. Guys, look at this picture. This is how I think of it. I think these ones are sandwiched between here. Do you see that? So alternate exterior has to be 7 and 8, or 1 and 2. We just got to figure out which ones go together, and I'll show you. So for the clue word on this one, let's put outside opposites. Alternating, you're going every other one. You just think opposites. Okay, so here we go. I'll give you the first one, and I bet you can figure out the second pair. So the first pair of alternate exterior would be angle 1 and angle 8. Okay, first. Are they both on the outside? Okay, and then the alternate angle 1 was on this side of the transversal. Angle 8's on this side of the transversal. Okay, there's only one more pair of alternate exterior. Guys, shout out. Do you know what it is? Perfect, guys. Angle 2 and angle 7. Good job. Those are alternate exterior. Okay, alternate interior, guys. What does interior stand for? Inside. So let's do the exact same thing, but for these inside guys. 3, 4, 5, and 6 are on the inside. So for our little clue, let's just put inside opposites. Okay, does anybody want to try this first one? What do you think? Christian, what do you think? Angle 3 and angle
6.
Yes. Angle 3 and angle 6. Christian, good job. Perfect, perfect. Guys, shout out. What's the other pair? Good job, guys. See, those ones, I think these ones are nice because I can just use the actual vocab to figure out what it means. Okay, this next one, consecutive interior. First, what does interior mean? Inside, so it's between 3, 4, 5, and 6. Guys, Guys, consecutive means one right after the other. This is how I remember it. Consecutive just means same side, inside. It rhymes. So they're literally on the same side, but they both have to be on the inside. All right, so we want to start this one. What do you think about these ones? What do you think, Debbie? Yes, angle 3 and angle 5. Good job. Guys, what's the other pair? Perfect. Okay, consecutive interior and same side interior, just ditto. They're the exact same thing. It kind of goes back and forth between what they call them. Sometimes they'll say consecutive interior, sometimes they'll say same side interior. It means the same thing. Okay, how are you feeling about this vocab? How many of you, I think I get it. I need to practice, but you think I get it? Okay, flip the page. Okay, underneath A, B, C, D is a paragraph proof. I've already admitted I don't love paragraph proofs. So we can just take care of it right on this part of it. So here we go. I'm going to move this up a little bit. I need you to color on your notebooks, on your tests, on your quizzes. So parallel to AG. Here's AG, but it has to go through C. Oh. Yeah, do you know what line goes through C, but it's going to be parallel to AG? I'm going to call somebody. Are you ready? Maddie, what do you think? Which one? C. You know, I think it's an, wait, this one? I think it's an I because it's capital. Yeah, C-I? Guys, clap twice if you agree. Oh, that was not very many claps. How many agree with that? C-I? Okay, there we go. All right, so letter B, perpendicular. This one's a little bit hard because of the picture and how it's tilted. So letter B says perpendicular to AG, so same thing. But this one has to go through B. Again, it's a little bit tricky because it's tilted picture. Hand in the air, Tyler, what do you think? Yes, AB, good job, Tyler. AB, totally. Don't forget your notation. All right, so the next one says skew to AG, but it has to contain C. Do you know what skew means? Can't be parallel and it can never go through it. Tyler, what do you think? CD. Let's see. I'll put it down and then we'll color over it. CD goes like this. I don't know, what do you guys think? First check, are those two parallel? Heck no. Are they ever going to cross each other? No? So those would be skew. Do you think there's another example of skew in there that goes through C at least? What do you think, Ellie? Yeah, I think BC would have been fine too. So we can put or BC. Either one would totally work. Good job, Ellie. Good job, Tyler. Oh, last one already. So this one that contains C and appears to be parallel to AFL. Where's AFL? Oh, it's way over here. Okay, but it has to go through C. So I always like use my hands when I motion it. So I think, and I'm stepping this way, so it's got to be like this. So going like that. Annie, what do you think? Which plane? ICD? Let's see, I'm going to color over it. I mean, ICD would be right here.
Oh, no, B, not D.
B? Yeah. I don't know, I might agree with D. Because, wait, this one's going like that one's going up. Because ICD would be coming like that. I think I like the ICD. Is that parallel? I seriously have to hold my hands up and like pretend that they're on one side. So left hand like that. Yeah. Right, then they would eventually cross, right? So they can be parallel. Nicely done. Okay, what's next? Okay, these ones, I'm going to stop the recorder. Guys, try these ones on your own. I think I put these on the test last year. Try out these 4. Go, go, go. Guys, shout it out. Parallel to PQ and contains S. What did you put? ST. Nicely done. Okay, next one. Perpendicular to PQ and contains S. What did you put? PS. What if you put SP? Would that be okay? Yeah, that's totally okay. All right, skew to PQ and contains S. What did you put for this one? SU. Nice. All right, last one. Name the plane that contains S and appears to be parallel to plane PQR. What did you put? SUT. And don't forget to put plane in front of it. Plane SUT. Guys, how many of you wrote the word plane in front of it? Let me see. Yes. How many of you are confident with stuff like that? Are you okay going from a picture, going backwards? Okay. Okay, here we go. It's part of your notes. Just put it in there. I hope that this is logical. What the first one is saying, the parallel postulate, it's saying draw a line, put a dot. You can only make one line through the dot that's parallel to the first line you drew. There's only exactly one line you can draw. Same thing goes for perpendicular. You start with a line, you make a dot. There's only one way to make a line that's perpendicular to the first line you drew. Again, I hope this is logical. I mean, if you tried to draw another line, it wouldn't be perpendicular anymore, or it wouldn't be parallel anymore. Thumbs up. How many of you? I think you got that. Pretty logical. Yeah. All right, let's keep going. Here we go. This one says list all pairs of angles that fit the description. So they tell you corresponding, and we've got to use the picture to fill in the blanks. So letter A, corresponding, angle 1. Corresponding, remember, that's in the same spot. So angle 1 and angle, do you know? Shout it out. Yeah, good job. I'm impressed. So angle 5. Okay, the next one says angle 7 and angle, do you know? Shout it out. Good job. Angle 3 and angle 7, they're in the same spot. All right, angle 2 and angle what? Nice. And then they left the last part blank. Which one are we missing? Good job. Angle 4 and angle 8. Okay, letter B is alternate exterior. Guys, try this one on your own. And letter C is alternate interior. Try this on your own. Go, go, go. Guys, shout out. Angle 1 and angle? I heard 5. Are you sure it's angle 7? Angle 1 and angle 7? Alternate exterior, I agree with that. Okay, what's the pair we're missing? What and what? Nicely done. Angle 4 and angle 6. Okay, so the next ones we've got alternate interior. Oh, I see. Here's angle 8 and what angle? Nicely done. And then what are we missing? Guys, good job. Angle 3 and angle 5. Okay, last one, it says consecutive interior. I'm going to start backwards. 8 and what one? Angle 3. And then what are we missing? Guys, good job. Okay, vote with your thumbs up, has these down. How you feel about these ones? You okay? Takes practice. Here we go. Okay, this one you have to fill in the words. So they give you the pair and you ought to decide what kind they are. Are they corresponding, alternate exterior, alternate interior, consecutive interior? Go for it. Try it, try it. Okay, here we go. So number 5, angle 9 and angle 11. What kind of angles are they, guys? Perfect. Good job. Okay, pause. Check the board. Do you think Miss Boone's okay if you abbreviate like that? Absolutely. Go for it. I understand what that means. Okay, number 6, angle 6 and angle 10 are what kind of angles? Ooh, good job on the corresponding. Remember, like I told you, this one gets confused. It's hard to tell from this word what that means. All right, what about angle 8 and angle 11? What kind of angles are those? Nice. Consecutive interior. Because what's another word for consecutive interior? Another name for it? Do you remember? Yes. Same side interior. You're going to see both. It means same side interior. Okay, last one. What about 7 and 13? What kind of angles are they? Alternate exterior. Guys, how many of you got all 4 of those? Let me see. Perfect. Okay, let's get the worksheets to you.